Hello and welcome to SportsBet TV's coverage of the Betfred World Matchplay. We're here for day 2 of the action in Blackpool. The first match coming up is Darren Webster against Krzysztof Ratajski. Webster, of course, seeded this time out, has had some success in the matchplay over the years, but is out of form going into the tournament. Ratajski has won 2 Pro Tour events this year and represented Poland at the World Cup, so will be favourite despite being the unseeded player. Webster can produce some great darts at times, so this should be a tight one. The second match of the afternoon sees Dave Chisnall take on Germany's Max Hopp. Dave Chisnall is one of the biggest 180 hitters in the game and is a European Tour winner in 2019. Max Hopp played in the German Darts Masters, of course, and is a regular on the European and Pro Tours, but the form has seen him become probably the second best player in most people's minds in Germany to Gabriel Clemens. So Chisnall is the favourite, a 4-9 on for the most 180s in that match, and we should see him in round 2. The third match of the afternoon session sees Stoke-on-Trent's Ian White take on Joe Cullen of Bradford. Ian White is a number 1 seed on the Pro Tour and a former European Tour winner in 2019. He's one of the best floor players around, but hasn't quite produced that form on the television tournaments. This could be his year, and he is 4-9 on for the match against Joe Cullen, who hasn't really produced much form since last year's World Matchplay. So Ian White the favourite there. The final match of the afternoon session sees Michael Smith take on Jamie Hughes. Jamie Hughes obviously pipped James Wilson to the final spot in the World Matchplay with that Czech Open victory. His form in that tournament was absolutely sensational. His scoring, his checkouts, he was absolutely amazing on double top. So he is actually a good bet for that match. He is actually 6-5 on to win that match and 6-1 for the most 180s, and the grouping he showed in the last couple of weeks has been amazing. So Jamie Hughes really could be a shot to win that game. Of course, the action on Saturday continues with an evening session seeing 4 more ties in the Betfred 2019 World Matchplay. The first match of the evening session sees James Wade take on Jeffrey de Zwaan. De Zwaan, of course, made the semi-finals last year, beating Michael van Gerwen in the first round and A.D. Lewis along the way, but eventually losing to Gary Anderson in the semi-finals. He's not in the best of form, although neither is Wade, who won 2 tournaments last year, but will fancy himself in this match. De Zwaan can be found at around 6-1 to score the most 180s, and for a player that has some significant power scoring, that is an excellent value. The second match of the evening session sees Mencia Sulovic take on Jermaine Watamina. Watamina was handed his World Cup debut earlier in the year when he teamed with Michael van Gerwen in the World Cup of Darts. He's 5-1 to score the most 180s and one of the most rapid players on the circuit. Not quite as quick as Ricky Evans though. Sulovic produced an excellent Premier League campaign, has confirmed himself as one of the top players in the world with an excellent 2019 to add to last year's display. Sulovic, a very heavy favourite going into this, and we expect him to get the job done. The third match of the evening session sees the Green Machine take the stage in Blackpool. Michael van Gerwen against Steve Beaton. Beaton, of course, hasn't missed a World Matchplay, and MVG will be looking to reclaim his crown from a couple of years ago. Van Gerwen, not in the best of form as we've seen so many times. He does come back after a lack of form and produces his best darts when he really needs to. He's 9-1 on favourite here, so you can't really look past him. But Steve Beaton, a quarter-final in the recent Pro Tour events, could cause a shock, but the Green Machine a very heavy favourite. In one of the standout matches of the opening round, Adrian Lewis takes on Glenn Durrant. Durrant, of course, moved across to the PDC primarily to play in this tournament, not the World Championships as many people would think, but the 3-time former BDO champion actually goes into his match against Lewis as the favourite, an 8-13 on favourite against the 2-time former world champion, and it's a really hard match to call, possibly the hardest match of the opening round, and probably one to avoid. Lewis, slight favourite with the 180s, but Durrant favourite to take it over 10 legs.